Welcome, everyone. Thanks again for coming today to see IndieBio's demo day for batch number 4, winter 2017. We're really excited and really happy and honored to actually share the 13 teams that we've been working with in the last 4 months, accomplishments, with all of you here today. I want to say a quick thank you and shout out to SOSV, the venture capital fund behind IndieBio, as well as TechCrunch for live streaming this demo day, again, to the thousands of people around the world that can't actually be here today. It's a huge honor for us to be able to share that with the world. So thanks again. I want to tell you just a couple things about IndieBio and what it is we're trying to do in the world and give a little bit of context to what you're about to see. So very simply put, IndieBio helps scientists become entrepreneurs. And we do that through blending science, deep technology, and design to approach product development in a new way. And so through a bunch of the learnings that we've created in the past 4 batches, we're starting to get there faster and faster. But that's not all. We're also learning how to expose that to other institutions and learn from institutions around the world as well. So we have partnerships now with almost all the top major research universities in the world, as well as, and I'm very proud to say, major government institutions like NIH and the United Nations most recently. In fact, how we've been speeding up science and actually taking science and making it more relevant and applied has led to numerous international delegations come to IndieBio and ask us how we can take our learnings and expose it to the networks and ecosystems that they have in their home countries. And in the process, what we've found and we're starting to really see is we're disrupting sector by sector, vertical after vertical, new areas that biology has traditionally not touched. Verticals like consumer goods, food and agriculture, therapeutics, manufacturing, and most recently, information technology as well. In short, what we're seeing is biology as a technology starting to slowly reinvent the world, one problem area, massive problem area at a time. Because only biology has the power and the breadth to actually affect the things that matter to us most, which is living systems themselves. So I'd like to introduce our team, amazing team, and really all of us bring such a different viewpoint to biology and what we're trying to do, that together I think it's the best I've ever seen, so I'm just really proud of them. Ron, our Chief Science Officer, June, our Science Director, Alex, our Program Manager, and Ryan, of course, our Program Director. So I'd like them to each say a little something about what they've been learning.
All right. Thank you, Arvin. So talking about science, there's a couple things I want to say. First of all, it's an extreme pleasure to be here with you today because you're about to see a whole bunch of new things that nobody's ever seen before. The teams here are presenting solutions to problems that have been long-standing issues in research for years. Others of them have invented completely new things. And a quarter of the companies have come in, they had nothing but a paper plan when they came in. They had done no physical work. Another quarter of them have been working on the companies on their projects for over 2 years, right? All of them together have come to this point today where they're going to present tangible work that they've done that shows that their technology is real and commercializable and valuable. Right? And the reason that this works for us, is, as I see it, is that the companies themselves form a collaborative community, and the team helps combine with them to make it happen as a network. Right? But it's not going to stop right there. The IndieBio Science team and the team in general continues to work with the companies as they move through the rest of their process to become full-fledged, profitable companies. We're graduating our 55th company today, and we're with them all the way. The science team will help export the analytics pipelines and the technical development pipelines that they've developed during the program into new spaces. We help them build out the lab spaces and find the lab spaces if they need it. And June and I will also be working on new technologies and bringing them into the community and into our lab to disseminate over the entire portfolio. Indie Bioscience will continue to be with them all the way. So I'm going to bring June up here, and she's going to talk about some of the things that happen inside the program.
Thank you. As Arvin had mentioned, the biggest goal of Indie Bio is to transition scientists into entrepreneurs. And we do this in 3 ways. First of all, we shift the mindset of science from academic discovery to product development. And you will see today that every single company has not only achieved their scientific milestones, but they have built a product that customers want. And in turn, now the customer feedback is what drives their science. Secondly, we practice clear and effective communication to explain science to the world. And lastly, of course, we train scientists in all aspects of business, which Alex will talk about now.
All right, thank you, June. So just like the science is accelerating, the businesses are actually progressing faster than ever. So for the first time out of all 4 of our classes, every single team has gotten to revenue, raised hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in funding, or gotten partnerships with key players in their industry before the end of the program. And to do this, the teams are interacting with key players very, very early to learn from the market and to find true product market fit. So that means teams are actually doing product and business development from each of these interactions. And for the very early teams, they're actually building the fundamentals and foundations of their business alongside of each of these. So during 4 months, we really believe that teams are learning skills that takes many biotech companies years. And now I'm going to hand it to Ryan, who's going to talk about what happens after the program.
Thank you, Alex. So as our teams evolve, we evolve. So beyond Indie Bio, we actually continue to support our teams as they start to scale their sales and marketing infrastructure. That basically means as these companies pass the $1 million in sales mark, and in some cases, $1 million in sales per month mark, we continue to support them and help them with building sales, marketing, and then also raising the capital, the follow-on capital they need, from the millions of dollars in their seed round up to Series A and beyond when they start looking at tens of millions of dollars moving forward. In addition, we help our teams as they start to scale from both a recruiting and operational perspective. So taking your team from a 2 to 4 person team to a 20 to 30 person team is hard, and we help with both advisors, mentors, as well as additional support as well. And this is actually one of the teams that have scaled. Several of our teams are actually in that photo, and they are over 30 people in size. So as they're looking at new industries, they're also tackling regulated markets. That was our vision initially. When we started Indie Bio, we felt that it was really important to not just tackle the less regulated markets, but the more regulated markets. And our teams are moving into food, healthcare, and infrastructure, and many other areas which are normally very difficult to tackle industries, and actually getting approvals, including FDA approvals and others. So what's next? Well, in the words of one of my favorite authors, visionaries, and scientists, Arthur C. Clarke, the way to explore the limits of the possible is to go beyond the impossible and find those places. So tonight, we are actually delighted to introduce you to 13 new biotech companies pushing the edges of the possible. Thank you very much, everyone.